Hi everyone, it's Lee here. Thanks for joining me. Big welcome to anyone who's here for the first time. I hope you will hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for future videos and a lot of fun. So here to do Margarete Miller again. So don't the weeks just fly by? We are up to week 44. The prompts for this week are something found at the grocery store. So I have some cheese, plaid. So I have a page out of a children's book, which is this prompt here as well. So it's got this tree, so I want to try and use that. And on the other side I've got a mouse with some cheese in his hand. So I'm going to use my cheese and my mouse to create something. And a light source, I have a die cut lamp, paper that has a stain or a stand, got a bit of coffee dyed paper. Actually I've got a few scraps here. Let's see if I can find one with a nicer pattern on it. Maybe that one, it's got a leaf on it. And the bonus is a written measurement, and I'm not sure whether I'll use that or not. So I want to cut out my cheese, and I want to cut out my tree and my mouse on the other side. This is a really nice book actually. It's from IKEA. It's the frog prints. So I'm going to cut those things out. I've done my cutting out and I changed my mind about using this lamp. It doesn't fit in. It's not big enough to have an impact, so it's not going to be used, and I've put in a moon instead. I also changed the paper, the stained paper. I'm going to make like some ground out of that for the mouse to be walking on. Cut out this here, which is like a big rock. It was on the same piece of paper out of the children's book, as were these words. So I've got my mouse and he's walking along by the moonlight through this forest, and he happens to stumble upon some cheese, and he thinks he must be at the store, the grocery shop, because there's an owl sitting on top of the rock. So this must be a night owl shop. Australians will get that joke, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is just put something down in the background and then glue things down. Well, on here all I did was just got my craft knife and cut some slits to fit those the cheeses into the behind those plants. Oh, the mouse found cheeses. The mouse found cheeses. Okay. That's another dad joke. Probably going over everyone's head, but I'll laugh at it. He's a church mouse, and he just found cheeses at the night owl store. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Alright, so I'm going to cut my ground out, my grass, from this piece of paper, and I've made my page just a little bit bigger than I normally would. Actually, before I do anything, I'm going to ink around the edge of it. So I've got walnut stain here. I sort of feel like it needs something in the background too. You know, like the background too. I'll have a think about that while I cut my grass out. Ground and grass. Okay, so it needs to be that wide. So how's everyone going? Hope you've been well, happy, and making heaps of stuff. It's a really horrible day here today. It has been for the last 2 or 3 days. Really severe winds. Cold. It's been raining. Not at all spring-like. I wonder if there's an easier way of doing this. So I just thought I'd have a little bit of fun with today's collage. It was getting a bit same and serious, sort of. I watched Darcy do hers, and her collages are just so adorable, and she's funny, and they're funny, and I thought, oh, geez, I wish I'd do something like that instead of a vintage one or something. There's a few people who do some amusing collages, and it's not like I haven't done them before. I have, but not in this challenge. I watch a channel called East of Honey, and she does lots of really fun collages. You know, like she might have a family sitting in a bowl of salad and things like that, or you know, she takes magazine or book images and mashes them up together to make something a bit more surreal. Do I want the grass behind the mouse or in front of the mouse? Might lift a couple of them off and put my little mouse in the grass. Like that. I think that's better. I think it's actually meant to be one of the 3 blind mice, maybe. I don't know. All his eyes are just popping out at the side of something. Okay, so I'm going to put my mouse in there. Oops. I feel like it needs, you know, something behind it all. Maybe a little bit of stenciling. Okay, so I've got this one, and I'm just going to pop some of that behind him. I've lifted him away. Okay, so should I use the same colour, walnut stain? Yeah, I think I will. I had a nice, busy week actually, but a nice end to it. My auntie was visiting from New Zealand. I hadn't seen her for 4 years, so that was nice to catch up. Heading back to New Zealand on Monday, I think. But the weather's been so horrible here. She reckons it was warmer in Christchurch than it was here, which is a really strange thing. Because Christchurch is at the bottom of the South Island. Not at the bottom of the South Island. It's about a third of the way down, but it's in the South Island, so it's the colder parts of New Zealand. And it was warmer than the weather here. But this is not normal weather for us to have in spring. Okay, so I've got my little mouse in there. I might just put my moon in. A little bit of ink around that. And then just need to work out this placement. I think I'll be putting the tree in first. The trees. Yeah, so I want them to be up against the edge of the paper, and then that is going to go there with the cheeses. Take that up as high as I can. And then I think I'll just poke the nozzle of my little glue bottle in under here to glue those bits of the cheeses to this rock. That needs to be cut a little bit straighter. There we go. Better. Oh, I've got this in my hand, I'll use it. Now I need to put my owl up here on top of the rock. And what else was I going to do? Just do a little bit of stamping. Got some little words that I cut out of that book page. So I found the word cheese and said the mouse was there. So I'm going to use them. I think I might stick them onto another piece of that coffee stain paper. A bit just here. Okay, I might try and make it a little, you know, so it's sort of not a straight piece. I'm going to cut these words apart. Ink those cuts. Okay. And I'll just put a bit of ink around the edge of this as well. Just so it lifts it off the page a bit more. Like that, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, down the bottom. I like it down there. In the grass. But I also like it up here. It sort of makes more sense when it's down the bottom though. So that's where it's going. Cheese, said the mouse. Now, just want to get a fine liner and go around the grass. Once I put a pen in my hand, I can't help myself get a little bit carried away with outlining things. I do believe I might put some splatters on that. Got my, before I do that, I've got my my words stamp here, my text stamp. I'm going to just put a little bit of some very light stamping in that background, just to fill in a little bit of that space there. Okay, I'll just get my gold paint. I'll go for this really dark gold this time. Just wet my paintbrush. And that's going to do it. So we just need to sign and date it. So I should have done that before I splattered the wet paint everywhere. I'm just going to sign it along the up there. And it is the 28th, 10th, 23 today. Okay, so there's my church mouse going for a walk by the light of the moon, and he finds a night owl store which is selling cheese. So he's found cheeses on his night stroll, and the prompts were something found in the grocery store, which is the cheese, the plaid, paper that is stained, which is this coffee stained paper that I've used to make the grass and the ground and put some in there. Light source is the moon. Children's book page is where all these images came from, except for the owl and the cheese. And handwritten measurement. That's the only thing I haven't put in there, which is the bonus, but I suppose the date can pass for that, and I don't usually use the bonus anyway. So let me just lift that up a bit closer for you. I love this one. I really like it. It's just so much fun. Okie dokie. That's it for today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Then you won't miss out on any videos. If you don't want to subscribe, can you hit the like button? That would be really nice of you to do that for me. I'd appreciate it. And what it does is it helps my video get discovered on YouTube. Okie dokie. So that's Margarete Miller week 44. Now if you want to find the playlist, see what else everybody else is doing, this is the hashtag, and you just put the week that you want on the end. So it'd be hashtag 2023 CWP 44. And that means we have 8 left till Christmas. So that's putting things in perspective, isn't it? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in another video soon. So take care. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo!